today we're going to talk about graphing a system of linear equations in two variables. Just a recap, when we say linear system, a linear system of two equations with two variables is any system that can be written in the form ax plus by is equal to p, cx plus dy is equal to q, where any of the constants can be zero, with the exemption that each equation must have at least one variable in it. So kung mapapansin natin, yung mga given equation natin ay composed ng dalawang variables. We have the x and the y variables. A solution of a system of linear equations is an ordered set of numbers that makes all equations in the system true. It can have one solution, an infinite number of solutions, or no solutions at all. So ngayon, pag-uusapan natin yung tatlong systems of linear equations. At para malaman natin kung ano yung solution sa bawat system, we're going to graph them. The first system, we call it as the consistent system. So this type of system, yung involved ay intersecting lines. So as you can see sa graph, we have here two lines that are intersecting to each other. So when we say consistent system, it is a system of linear equations that has at least one solution. Also, it can be described as an independent system if it has exactly one solution. Again, pag mayroon siyang at least one solution, automatic ang tawag natin sa kanya ay consistent system. Pero pag eksaktong isang solution lang yung pinapakita ng system natin, we call that one, or we can also call that one as independent system. So kung mapapansin natin dito sa graph, yung point of intersection ng green line at yung orange line, that is the solution of this system. The next system is what we call the inconsistent system. So ang itsura ng graph ng inconsistent system ay binubuo ng two parallel lines. A system of linear equations that has no solution is called an inconsistent system. So kung mapapansin natin, yung blue line at saka yung orange line, hindi sila nag-meet or nag-intersect. So since they are both parallels, and we all know na pag parallel lines, they will never meet. So since hindi sila mag-i-intersect, therefore wala silang solution. And the last type of system, we call this one as dependent system. A system of linear equations in which the two equations represent the same line has an infinite number of solutions. We call this system of equations as dependent system. So, dependent system siya. At the same time, pwede rin natin siyang tawagin as consistent systems. So, consistent system siya kasi meron siyang at least one solution. And since it has an infinite number of solution, we can also name it as dependent system. So, kung mapapansin natin, yung blue line ay nag-coincide sa orange line. Kaya, yung number of solutions nila would be infinite. Now, how are we going to graph linear or system of linear equations in two variables? So, after natin malaman yung iba't ibang klaseng system, titignan natin ngayon kung paano natin i-graph yung system of linear equations. Then, after that, we're going to determine kung ano yung solution nila or kung meron ba silang solution. Let us say we have the equations x minus y is equal to 0 and number 2 is 2x plus y is equal to 0. One way of graphing system of linear equations is using the table of values. So we're going to have a table of value for each equation. Uunahin muna natin yung x minus y is equal to 0. So we're going to assign any values of x. So in this case, ang inassign ko ng mga numbers or values ng x ay negative 2, negative 1, 0, positive 1, and 2. And same din sa pangalawang equation. So our second equation is 2x plus y is equal to 0. Then we're going to substitute the values of x for us to get the value of y. So ito na yung mga solutions natin. Halimbawa, if x is negative 2, so ano kaya yung magiging solution or ano kaya yung magiging value ni y? So we're going to substitute x minus 2 sa first equation natin na x minus y is equal to 0. X now becomes negative 2. Bring down natin yung negative y, then equal 0. So we're going to transpose negative 2 sa right side ng equation. So kaya, yung negative 2 ay magiging positive 2. Then we have negative y is equal to 2. So bawal na yung variable natin ay may numerical coefficient na negative. That is why we're going to multiply the whole equation by negative 1. So negative y times negative 1 is equal to y. And positive 2 times negative 1 is equal to negative 2. Therefore, ang value natin ng y, given na x is equal to negative 2, would also be equal to negative 2. So this would be our first ordered pair, negative 2, negative 2. Same din yung gagawin natin for negative 1. So we're going to substitute negative 1 to the value of x. So negative x becomes negative 1. Itra-transpose natin si negative 1 sa right side. So magiging positive 1 siya. Then since yung y is negative, therefore we're going to multiply again the whole equation by negative 1. Okay. And our answer would be y is equal to negative 1. Kaya, yung second ordered pair natin is negative 1, negative 1. So, we're going to follow the same process for x is equal to 0, x is equal to 1, and x is equal to 2. Finally, magko-complete na natin yung table of values. So, this would be enough. You can consider at least 3 points or 2 points to form a line. Pero kung gusto nating mas detalyado, it would be better if we're going to consider 5 points. Same thing would be done sa second equation natin na 2x plus y is equal to 0. Again, yung ginamit natin na value sa x ay sina negative 2, negative 1, 0, positive 1, and positive 2. So if we're going to substitute negative 2 sa x value, we have 2 times negative 2 plus y is equal to 0. So 2 times negative 2, that is equal to negative 4. Then negative 4, to transpose natin sa right side. Then finally, we will get y is equal to 4. Kaya yung first value natin would be y is equal to 4 given that x is equal to negative 2. Same process yung gagamitin natin for solving the values of y given x is equal to negative 1, x is equal to 0, x is equal to positive 1, and x is equal to positive 2. So after nating makomplete yung table of values, we're going to plot now the points. So, uunahin muna nating i-plot yung ordered pairs ng x minus y is equal to 0. So, the first point is negative 2, negative 2. So, we're going to plot negative 2 and negative 2. After that one, negative 1 and negative 1. Then 0, 0. Next, we have 1, 1. And finally, 2, 2. So, after natin ma-plot yung mga points, we're going to connect the points and form a straight line. And make sure also that yung Cartesian plane natin has the complete details. So, we have the x-axis and also the y-axis. After plotting yung first line natin or first equation natin, we're going to proceed now in plotting the second equation. So, again, the second equation is 2x plus y is equal to 0. So, yung first point natin would be negative 2, 4. Pa-plot natin si negative 2, 4. Next would be negative 1, 2, 0, 0, 1, negative 2, and 2, negative 4. Then, i-connect lang natin yung points to form a straight line. So, this would be the graph of 2x plus y is equal to 0. So, kung mapapansin natin, nag-intersect yung dalawang lines. So, yung point of intersection nila would be itong point na ito. Itong point na ito has the coordinates 0, 0 or sa point of origin natin. So since isang point of intersection lang yung nakita natin dito, this means that this system is consistent. Okay? Masasabi natin na consistent kasi nga meron siyang at least one solution. And at the same time, pwede rin natin siyang i-consider as independent system. So, masasabi natin siya na independent system kasi exactly one point yung solution niya, or it has exactly one solution. So again, this is intersecting lines. So kung yung intersecting lines natin, isang point of intersection lang, we call it as consistent and an independent system. Now, how about number 2? We have 3x plus 2y is equal to 12 and 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. This time, we're going to make use of another way. So, kanina, gumamit tayo ng table of values. This time, we're going to use the slope-intercept form. So, how are we going to do it? So, first, we're going to change the equation into slope-intercept form. So, itong dalawa, itong given natin na equation, ita-transform natin sila into slope-intercept form. So, as a reminder, when we say slope-intercept form, it is in the form y is equal to mx plus b. So, after natin siya ma-transform, we're going to plot the y-intercept and use the definition of slope to graph the line. So, let's transform into slope-intercept form equation 1. So, in equation 1 natin, we have 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. So, ililipat lang natin si negative 3x sa kabilang side. Then, we will have 2y is equal to negative 3x plus 12. So, since gusto natin na y lang yung matira dito sa left side ng equation natin, so we're going to divide the whole equation by 2. So, 2y divided by 2 is equal to y. Negative 3x divided by 2 is negative 3 halves x. At yung 12 naman divided by 2, we will get an answer of positive 6. So, yung final form natin, we have y is equal to negative 3 halves x plus 6. Then, we're going to identify the y-intercept. Yung y-intercept natin is yung constant natin dito. So, pag sinabi nating y-intercept, all the time, yung value ng x niya will always be equal to 0. And our slope is negative 3 halves. How about yung pangalawang equation natin? So, we have 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. Same pa rin yung gagawin natin. We're going to transpose negative 3x sa left side or sa right side ng equation. So, it will become 2y is equal to negative 3x plus 6. Then, to cancel 2, we're going to divide the whole equation by 2. Y now becomes, so 2y now becomes y. And negative 3 will be divided also by 2. So, we will have negative 3 halves. And 6 will be divided by 2. That's why we will have 3. So, yung slope-intercept form ng equation 2 is y is equal to negative 3 halves x plus 3. Then, i-identify natin yung y-intercept. So, yung y-intercept, this would be yung constant natin. So, it will become 0, 3. And, still, yung slope natin is negative 3 halves. So, after natin makuha yung y-intercept and slope, we're going to plot now the equation. So, yung first equation natin is 3x plus 2y is equal to 12. After transforming it into slope-intercept form, ito na yung nakuha natin na y-intercept at saka slope. So, pag slope-intercept form yung gagamitin natin para mag-graph ng line, uunahin muna nating i-plot yung y-intercept. So, ang y-intercept natin is 0, 6. So, since y-intercept siya, therefore, yung point would be along the y-axis. So, ito na yung 0, 6 natin. Then, we're going to make use of the definition of the slope, which is the rise over the run. So, yung slope natin is negative. Therefore, it is falling from left to right. So, we can actually move yung 0,6 na point papunta ng left, or we can also do it in reverse. So since we have negative 3 as our rise and 2 as our run, so we can also do the opposite. So pag sinabi nating rise, bibilang tayo ng units pataas. Or we can also do it the opposite way. Pwede tayong bumilang ng units pababa. So since wala tayong space sa taas, we're going to do it reverse. So negative 3, we're going to count 3 units downward. So again, magsisimula tayo sa 0, 6. So we will have 1, 2, and 3. So after that one, we're going to perform yung run naman natin. Yung run natin is 2. So, since inclining yung line natin or yung graph natin towards the left, so we're going to run now sa opposite, which is 2. So we're going to move 2 units to the right. We have 1, 2. Now, we can use these 2 points. Okay na yung 2 points para ma-define natin yung line. So, we can connect the points and automatic ito na yung graph natin for the first equation. Same din yung gagamitin or gagawin natin sa pangalawang equation. So, since 0, 3 yung y-intercept niya, then we're going to start with 0, 3 na point. Then, negative 3 halves, same lang yung ginawa natin kanina. So, we're going to count, pwede siyang upwards, 3 units, then 2 units to the left. Or we can also do the opposite. Pwedeng 3 units sa baba, then 2 units to the right. So we're going to have yung reverse niya. So from 0, 3, bababa tayo ng 3 units. So we have 1, 2, 3. And we're going to run to the right 2 units. 1, 2. And this would be enough. 2 points na. So pwede na natin i-connect yung 2 points to form our second equation. So this would be 3x plus 2y is equal to 6. So ano yung mapapansin natin sa dalawang equation? Meron ba silang point of intersection or nag-meet ba sila? So they don't have a point of intersection. So since this is parallel line or parallel lines, therefore this system of linear equations has no solution. Thus, it is an inconsistent system of equation. So again, pag parallel lines yung given, we call this system as an inconsistent system. So again, hindi sila magmi-meet, therefore wala silang solution. Now, how about this next example? We have y is equal to 1/2 x plus 3 and 2y is equal to x plus 6. Same pa rin yung gagamitin natin. We're going to make use of the slope-intercept form. So, we are going to see to it na yung dalawang given equation natin, matatransform natin into slope-intercept form. So, yung equation 1 ay nakasulat na agad sa slope-intercept form. So, yung equation 2 na lang yung kailangan nating i-transform. So, base equation 1, yung y-intercept natin ay 0, 3 at yung slope naman natin ay 1/2. Sa pangalawang equation, we have 2y is equal to x plus 6. So, we're going to divide the whole equation by 2. So, we will have y is equal to 1/2 x plus 3. Therefore, ang y-intercept niya ay 0, 3 and at the same time, yung slope niya ay 1, 2. Now, let's graph the equations. So, uunahin natin yung first equation. Yung y-intercept niya is 0, 3. So, magsa-start tayo sa 0, 3 na point. So, 1/2, since positive yung slope niya, we're going to have a slope that is rising from left to right. So, we're going to count yung rise natin upwards. Then, yung run naman natin, we're going to move the point towards the right. So, rise is 1. Then, we're going to run twice or 2 units to the right. 1, 2. So, pwede natin siyang i-connect. And that would be our first equation. Y is equal to 1/2 x plus 3. So, ang second equation, same pa rin yung y-intercept natin. We're going to have 0, 3. Then, 1/2 na slope. So, kung mapapansin natin, nag-coincide lang yung dalawang lines. Tama? So since coinciding sila, therefore, they have an infinite number of solutions. So bakit natin masabi na infinite number? So itong point na ito, lahat ng points ay common sa dalawang lines. Kaya masasabi natin na merong infinite number of solutions yung dalawang equation natin. Kaya ang tawag natin dito sa system na ito is dependent system. So mapapansin natin sa dependent system, yung equations or yung given equations natin ay same yung slope at the same time same din yung y-intercept.
Now it's your turn. Try to answer the following questions. And that's a wrap. Please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel, Sir Ninyo. And you can also post your math problems in the comment section. And we will do our very best to provide solution to your questions. Because remember, every problem has a solution. At kung math ang problema ninyo, ako ang kaagapay ninyo, ako ang Sir Ninyo.